half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense.
Here we go. Ready?
Looking downfield, it's Jordan. Wasting no time taking a shot. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Ready?
Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down.
Let's go.
He's looking to throw. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
Set.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. It's complete. A huge pickup. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point is good. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able... It's a fumble. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play.
All right,
Here
let's
comes
get
the
it.
offense on 1st down.
Black 88. Black 88.
Quarterback will audible.
Set.
Looking to throw, it's Newton. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. The last time these two clashed in the Iron Bowl, it was the Tide winning a classic.
And the Tide have done a great job in recent history of owning Auburn, doing a great job of winning this series. But they respect them every single. They know they won last year, but every year there's a healthy level of respect for this Auburn Tiger team.
Yeah, and I think back to last year's game for Alabama, it was their best players making the big plays late in the game. And this game this year is littered with game changers on both sidelines. Both Auburn and Alabama have the guys that can break this game wide open. So we're going to see a great one here.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Skips away from pressure. That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Grabs it in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Monster. Ho, ho.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Buys a little time. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Let's go.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Red 54.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
White 53.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, 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 somebody's been doing their box jumps.
You ain't lying. Getting up in the air. Hey, listen, I'm taking a picture of that, saving it. That might be my screensaver on my phone. That vertical way up in the air.
He'll try to tack on one more. Right down the middle. That drive covered 57 yards for the touchdown, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a 1st down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Set.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Buys a little extra time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny State.
He's going for a big play downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Check, check. Black 33, mouse choice. 33, mouse choice. Return, return.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. He caught it, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Just misjudged it against that high sky and couldn't hang on to it. looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point splits the uprights. What a job by the return team there. Took it 84 and put a touchdown on the board. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. To throw, it's Jordan. Throws to the tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He lobs one high down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country mile. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
They'll give it to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Ready?
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6.
Red 18. Red 18.
He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st.
Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off play action on first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Brings it in down the left side. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Jordan. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Afterburners coming. The 30. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bama! Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They're lining up to boot it away. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Defense not showing press coverage. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This one's complete. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Throwing right. He's got it. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll run play action, trying to get to him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. On the move at the 30. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. At the 20. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and listen, QB's got to find ways to push the ball down the field and make sure defenses don't just sit in zones and stay shallow. Nice job by the QB. Push it down the field. Make some big plays, baby.
Give him 6. Touchdown tie. The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Ready?
1st down for this offense.
Double tap. Check, check. Blue 82 Monster Indy. 82 Blue 85. Check, check. Black 29 Bongo. Black 29 Bongo.
Quarterback checking off. Going up top on 1st down. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a 1st down? It's just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
He'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
White 29. White 7.
He's going to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll pull it down. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Alamo.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again.
Red 29. Maverick.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory.